put a little challenge, not that much of a challenge for myself, to read only library books for this week. And I already started the first book. I got it on Libby. We got In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. I am listening to the audio and also the Kindle version, so I borrowed both versions from the library. I just woke up, so don't mind my appearance. But I started by Sarah Adams. This is the last book in the When in Rome series, and I'm currently 10 chapters in. Yesterday I got 26% of the way through this book. I'm doing both reading and listening to the audio, and I think this is gonna be my favorite book in the series, just based on the fact that we get to see all the other couples in this book, because right now in the part I'm at, all the guys are together. So Noah, Will, Jack, and James are all sitting in a little booth in the diner together, and they're just having a chat, you know, they have their morning coffee, and it's just so mundane. I'm having a fun time. I'm just gonna continue reading this.
It's a safe place to their feet on the ground, one without my unrequited feelings getting in the way. And around here, you take a ghost floated inside, because there is no head visible over the 5-foot-tall booth back.
Then I have a novel love story by Ashley Poston. I remember when this book came out and I really wanted to read it, and I saw it at the library when I went yesterday, so I thought it'd be a fun book to pick up. Then I have Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. This book sounds very interesting. So she's a violinist and he is a cello player, so that sounds interesting. I love the cover art too, by the way. Like, it's very pretty, and I'm excited. I like reading books about bookish people and like music people, because like I always feel like the lyrics or like the writing is always more profound when they're bookish people and they talk about books, or when they're music people and they talk about music and like the lyrics or the words, and they're everything. I'm very excited to get to this one too. I am going to continue reading this, so I'll come back with you guys for more updates. Finished In Your Dreams yesterday, and I had some time to marinate in my thoughts, right, Athena? And I really love the book. You can see like my full review on Goodreads or Fable. I finally got Fable. I'm not big on Fable. I prefer Goodreads. I just like the simplicity of it. Like, I don't like how high-tech and like modernized Fable is. I think Goodreads does a perfect job of tracking what I like to be tracked, which is literally just my read books, my physical TBR, and like my yearly reads. But I ended up giving it a 4.75. I think the fact that it was the last book also added a lot to the reading, because we got to see all the other characters, and that was just like pure bliss for me. I also really like James and Madison ever since like we first got introduced to them, and their little like banter and like glimpses of them in like the previous books. I was like, their books can be so good. And the fact that James opened a restaurant for Madison, like it didn't exist before her, and then she needed the job and he's like, I got you. But like, she doesn't know the way this man yearns. Let me read some of my highlights, like this one about the restaurant that he created for her. Everyone I've told seems to be completely oblivious that I'm creating an entire fucking restaurant because the woman I'm unfortunately in love with said she wanted to come home but didn't have a way. I made one for her. And even though it might be the worst financial decision of my life, I can't bring myself to regret it. Like, yes, James, yes. Oh, it's just like you can see in every way he interacts with Madison just how much he cares and loves about her and is actually thinking about her. Like, he remembers things that Madison didn't even tell James himself. Like, these are conversations Madison had with her siblings, and he just happened to be around and was hearing all this, and he remembers. And like, he's always putting her first, and he has so much respect for her. And I always love Sarah Adams books because they're always so fast-paced and easy and bingeable reads, and they just bring all the vibes, you know? I started my new book. I haven't gone that far into it at all. I started Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. I'm literally only like 2 pages into the first chapter, But all I know about the book is what's on the back, and it says that she's a self-taught violinist. Xander is a cello player. They're both like gunning for the same position, but Xander is doing it secretly, like no one knows he wants it, and then she ends up getting it. And they're forced to work together. So it's like, I'm guessing it's like a forced proximity, enemies to lovers maybe. That's what I'm assuming based on like what's on the back. But yes, I am starting this book, so I'll let you all know how it goes. I am literally so geeked right now. Like, I am smiling. I'm smiling from ear to ear. I literally cannot stop. Like this, can we talk about this? Can we? I made a big chunk of progress. I'm on page 252. I'm 70% of the way through, and I'm like, they're so cute. Because it's a library book and I can't write in it, I've been, ooh, that's bright as fuck. I've been like taking pictures and just like highlighting quotes I like. And then there's like some sections in the book where it's called Cello Suite number 4, which are just like very sprinkled in chapters of Xander's point of view. I'm not getting 5-star feels because there are some aspects of it that are kind of boring me a little. Some scenes are getting a little like, okay, like I've heard enough, can we move on? But like the plots are interesting. The romance, I'm eating it up. The plot of like the whole Manhattan Pops and like Xander's backstory, like his history a little bit, is interesting. I'm excited to see where this goes. Anyways, I am so glad I finally picked this book up because let me tell you, I am having a blast. Finally finished Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. I definitely didn't like this book as much as I thought. I really was thinking I was gonna give this book a 5 stars. Like, even towards the end, I was like, I think I should rate this 5 stars. But there were some things in the beginning that just weren't hitting for me, so I thought, you know what? I need to be stricter on my ratings. I gave it a 4.5, I believe. My actual rating will be up on Goodreads and Fable, but that's what I'm thinking, like a 4.5. It was so close to being a 5 star. I just feel like I didn't get that like lyrical writing I was expecting in this book, but I really love the romance. I think Gwen's character development was a bit slow. Like, her whole thing is that she has been working at the Manhattan Pops, like this like orchestra, and she just got promoted to first chair, which isn't something that she was really like working towards. But now that she has it, she's like glad she has it, some stability in her life. Like, it's a stable job, but it could be something that just pulled away from her any second. Because like the whole point of her being promoted to first chair was to give some better publicity to the Pops. And Xander has been working there for only a year, but he has secretly been wanting that position, and when he doesn't get that position, he kind of gets mad. He leaves Pops, but then randomly decides to come back. And then Gwen and Xander kind of get pushed into doing a like sort of publicity stunt. I really like that plot aspect because I like seeing like the drama of Xander and Gwen not really wanting this, but kind of doing it because Gwen really wants to work for the Pops and keep her first chair position, but isn't really realizing that she's being used. Like, she's just thinking of this as a great opportunity, and Xander's like helping her realize, like, babes, they're using you, like, you deserve so much better, like, they're just controlling you type of thing. This book is a bit spicy, which you can probably skip because it's not like anything emotional really is going down during those scenes. I still had a fun time and really enjoyed this book. Xander has his kind of own thing going on and his own development, and I really like seeing that aspect. I don't really want to say much of it because if you haven't read it, it's kind of a spoiler, like kind of gets revealed later on. I'm glad I'm filming this video because it gave me the push I needed to finally get to it. Now we just have one more book to go for this video, and it is a novel love story by Ashley Poston. I'm really excited for this book because this one's gonna be like some magical realism type of thing. I kind of know what it's about. I think From what I've heard, the female main character gets transported into like her favorite romance book, and then there's this guy, the male main character, and she's like starting to talk to him. They're kind of having this relationship, but she doesn't recognize him. Like, she's like, this guy isn't part of the book, or not that I remember, and that's all I know. It sounds super interesting. My thoughts, or like a theory I have, is that both of them got transported into this romance book and they both like this book, and that's why she doesn't recognize him. And I think that'd be a fun idea, because like, if that's what this book about, it's gonna be super exciting, and the fact that I kind of guessed it is also exciting. If it's not, I would love to see a book like that. I am listening to the audiobook. Like I said, I'm really enjoying it. I just finished chapter 15. That whole graveyard, if you know, you know, confused me a little. So now I'm like, where is the story going? But I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's like a cute little twist on small town romances. Like, this is like her jumping into a book, and she can't kind of give away that they're in a book, so she's like tiptoeing around these characters, like, because no one knows that they're in a book except for Anders, which is confusing because he knows he's in a book. See, I still think my theory is right. Like, my theory just sounds right. Anyways, I'm trying to not to like think on it too hard, because I don't want to ruin my first experience of this book. I'm excited to see the romance. Like, I'm 42% of the way through, and there hasn't really been any romance between them, because Elsie's always like, this is a book character, I can't be in a romance with him. Like, this can't be, I can't have a crush on him. I'm excited to see where it goes from here. That's all I gotta say. We'll see how it goes. It's the next day. I finished a novel love story all in one sitting, and it was mainly because I think I finished it in like 4 hours, and it was mainly because I was listening to the audiobook in 3x speed. Yeah, my ears are just on a different level, guys. I'm not saying anymore. Anyways, I finished a novel love story, and let me tell y'all, I really enjoyed it, but I'm also a little disappointed. I just feel like for a time it felt more like a woman's fiction, because we were just focusing primarily on the first like 80%. It just felt like we were focusing a lot more on Elsie and her love of the story and like her history with it, and every time some like little thing happened in this like small town, the next chapter would be a whole backstory on what that means to her and Prue, her best friend. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. It just didn't feel like a love story at the beginning. They literally didn't even like really confess to each other until the very like almost the end of the book, and then the conflict happened, and then it got resolved in like the last 10 pages of the book. So it's like one of those like rom-com movies that you watch, and then they end up breaking up, and then the movie ends with them meeting each other again, and it's like, that's the ending. Them like seeing each other again. It's like, you don't know. It's like you're just, it's an open ending where you're just left to assume, are they becoming a couple, or are they just like friends again? Like, you don't know. That's the vibe of this book. So though I enjoyed it and I had a fun time, it wasn't what I was expecting, so that kind of was a bit disappointing. I need anyone who's read Ashley Poston and knows her books, like, I need y'all to let me know. Is this like a one-off, or all her books pretty much like this? Because if they are, I don't know if I'm gonna read them, but I do like to give authors like second chances. So if this was a one-off. Let me know in the comments like what other book by her you guys recommend. I will take recommendations. That was it for the video. We read 3 books. They were all fun reads. I do have a full breakdown of all of my reviews and like ratings on both Goodreads and Fable. Whatever platform you guys choose to look at, that's there. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff you know how to do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.